Hi there, everyone. Welcome to another day of math learning. So we're going to take a look at example 2 from my lecture 3.4 on problem solving with the quadratic formula because I had an error in my solution. All right, my error was I assumed that if the lot was 60 by 80, that the factory would have the same ratio of measurements with its sides. But that's not what the question implies. The question implies that the lawn is uniformly wide. That means if the lawn is x wide in that direction, it has to also be x wide in that direction. All right, so let's add some more x's. So we'll see that this would also be x, and this would also be x. So now let's find the dimensions of the factory based on these measurements. So this side along the bottom is going to be 80 long, but I have to take away the lawn twice. So I'm going to take away 2x. And then the width of the factory, and this diagram is kind of the height, is going to be 60, but I also have to take away 2x. All right, so now I have an equation that I can create. Area of factory is equal to 80 minus 2x multiplied by 60 minus 2x. All right, so that is going to lead us to the right answer. And let's see, what is the area of the factory? Well, I know that that the lawn has an equal area to the area of the factory. The total area of the lot is 60 times 80, which is equal to 4,800. So if half of that is the lot and half of that is the factory, then the area of the factory is equal to 480 divided by 2, which is 240 meters squared. All right, so now let's put that in over there. So the area of the factory is 2400 meters squared, and that's equal to, we're going to do our foiling here. So we have 80 times 60, which is 480. Sorry, 4,800. 80 times negative 2x, which is minus 160x. And then negative 2x times 60 is minus 120x. And then minus 2x times minus 2x is plus 4x squared. All right, let's carry this down to another line. Here we go. Move me over here. All right, now let's keep going. So let's keep our equation on there, and then we'll resolve this. So let's move this term over to the other side by simply subtracting it from both sides. All right, and then we're going to get 0 is equal to 480 minus 240. Well, that's still just 240. Sorry, 2,400. Minus 160x minus 120x is minus 280x plus 4x squared. You know what? All of these numbers are divisible by 4. So let's divide both sides of the equation by 4 to simplify before we go ahead and use the quadratic formula. So that's going to divide by 4, and I'm going to divide the whole side here by 4. 0 divided by 4 is just 0. So this is a little mathematician's trick. I can make that 4 go away. So that's 0 is equal to 2,400 divided by 4 is 600. Negative 280 divided by 4 is 70, negative 70. And 4 divided by 4 is just 1, so that's plus x squared. Now I can go ahead and factor this if I want. I'm going to factor it, okay? I don't want to use a quadratic formula. If I was using a quadratic formula, my a would be 1, because that's this number here. It's just 1x squared. My b would be negative 70, and my c would be 600. And it will give me the same answers as knowing the solution to this x game. Multiplies to positive 600 and adds to negative 70. Well, those numbers are negative 60 and negative 10. So we have 0 is equal to x minus 60 times x minus 10. All right, and now we can find the value of x. Let's take a look. The lawn can't very well be 60 wide. Okay, that would be the whole thing is 60 wide, and then the factory has negative measurements, which is too weird to imagine. Okay, so we're not going to imagine that. Don't go ahead and imagine that. You're going to imagine that x is 10. So 0 is equal to x minus 10. That's the one that's going to give us our answer. Add 10 to both sides. 10 equals x. Circle it. That's what we want. Now, take a look up here and verify your answer with your picture. So if x were 10, that looks reasonable. The lawn would be 10 meters on each side. Then the factory would be 40 by 60, and that has an area of 2,400. The lawn would have an area of 2,400, and the question is answered. So then we write a therefore statement. Therefore, the lawn is 10 meters wide. Circle it because it's your final answer. You want your teacher to find that very easily. Put arrows on it and say, look, and then pat yourself on the back because you answered the question correctly and then you verified your answer with your picture. All right, so thanks very much for hanging with me and for giving me my error in the previous video. Appreciate you all very much for your continued efforts in your learning. Bye for now, everyone. There it is. And here's my off button, so you get a little bit of bonus time with